Guys, I am back live, day 2, RecTalk at the Expo at the NEC. I've got 10 minutes at most with Brad Shackleton. Mate, thank you so much.
My pleasure, man. It's good to drop
in. So, look, what do you think? What has it been? We're wrapping up. It's the end of day 2, right?
You know what? It's been amazing, and I hope you can hear me sufficiently. This is my 12th year having been invited by Navman to speak at the Recruitment Agency Expo. It just gets better year in, year out. Yeah. No expenses spared on the setup of this event. And that's why it's attracting some huge players. Devices is their first or second time.
Yeah.
You've got to say, they've got a pretty big piece of kit on there.
It's good. It competes with Bullhorn pretty well.
They're trying to take on Bullhorn. They're having a bit of banter, I just saw.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, the energy of the event's been amazing. Awesome speakers. I had the privilege of introducing James Cracknell yesterday. Yeah, he's double Olympic gold medalist, 6 times world champion, rode the Atlantic, raced to the South Pole. Like the good
so you got to be the Bruce Buffer of the night, yeah?
Well, yeah, I'm related to Sir Ernie Shackleton, right? So by endurance we conquer, and that was Navman's idea, the name to the stage. And then he said, look, would you be so kind as to introduce using your kind of family blood as of endurance to bring on some real endurance, which ain't me, it's him. And he gave the most incredible talk. This guy was the definition and epitome of endurance, and he was loved by the crowd. I thought he was incredible. I thought he was fantastic.
That's good. That's good. What do you think of the rest of the speakers tonight? I mean, if we listen very, very carefully, we've got Greg Savage doing his thing next door.
Yeah, Greg Savage is closing out the event.
Yes.
Great guy, come over from Australia. I think it's been an awesome event. I loved giving my talk. I did a talk on how to build a winning business. I was full. I think it was the right time to kind of deliver this kind of talk that lots of companies really want to grow next year.
Yes.
And I'd say from a coaching perspective, if I may, and I'm going to follow up on what you said. By the way, great talk you just did and what you ran.
Appreciate that, mate.
With some great speakers there. Clark Bowles, I think it is, and other people.
Clark Bowles,
Laura Clark.
and Laura Clark,
And you said, define your goal. So I don't know when this is going out, but my advice is to follow on from your idea is define your goals, but do it now, not next year.
Yeah.
Define your goal. Understand why is that your goal, what's your personal why, get clarity on what it is you're trying to achieve personally and commercially, then think about your plan, as how you want to get there, whose business do you want to win, whose business do you want to develop, think about your sales and marketing strategies, think about the techniques you could improve in, things like pitching, understanding your proposition, do some workshopping as a business, what makes us different, and then really think about how do I want to kickstart that activity next year and actually start planning this now and not next year.
Yeah.
So as your competition, if I may say, are still scratching theirs trying to think how are we going to do this. We're out the blocks and we're killing it. So if you know the goal, which you talked about, then have a plan and a strategy, agree it as a business, work out who's doing what, and then actually time frame the execution. What does that look like?
Yeah.
The sequences. I think one of the colleagues said, I didn't get his name.
Yeah, Zaid.
Yeah, Zaid, that's it. Talked about sequences. So I think, as a summary, that's how I view it, and I think you made some great points. But I think if you haven't been to the Expo before, I'm going to say I think it's the #1 event of the year. I
totally
absolutely
agree.
love it.
Yeah.
I think the speakers are amazing. We've got some incredible sponsors here, and if you've not been before, definitely come along. And I love coming here, and you're right, it's 4 o'clock day 2. A lot of people have gone home, which is a bit of a shame for Greg, but I'm still here, as are you, because we're passionate about the industry, and I love to support the organisation of Expo.
That's right. And, I mean, it's nearly beer o'clock.
Mate, it's beer o'clock.
Yeah, that's it.
I might even go for a double G&T.
Oh, lovely.
Mate, thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Yeah, cheers,
thanks
pal.
For that, man.
Thank you.